Today is International Overdose Awareness Day, the world's largest campaign to end overdose. And joining me right now is Jeff and Rosemary Masters. They lost their son to overdose in 2019. First off, thank you for being willing to share your son's story, and thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for covering this. This is an important subject that we need to talk about more.
Well, tell me about your son. Let's start there, and why you guys are advocating so hard.
Okay, Jeremy was 28 years old when he passed away, but we just want people to know that we're an all-American family, Christian-based, good people, and this happens to all families, all socioeconomic families. And Jeremy was a loving son, a loving and caring uncle, funny uncle. He loved his niece and nephew. He loved his sister. He adored his sister, and he was very proud of us as his parents, being, you know, military retirees. And he just, he was full of life, and he fought very hard this addiction battle. And so we want people to know that Jeremy was much more than how he died.
Yes.
Yeah. He was a wonderful, beautiful person that loved going to church, was active in sports in his community his whole entire life.
What do you want to share with other parents as we try to talk about addiction and overdose? What do you want other families to know?
One, today is International Overdose Awareness Day, and part of that is removing the stigma from just having conversations about addiction. It's this, still today, it's a very shameful thing that people don't seek help because they're embarrassed. They think it's a moral issue, and they don't understand the medical science that's come so far in addiction. And most people have this idea in their head that it's something that only happens in back alleys, and that it's not. It is something that happens sometimes from a prescription that you're giving from an injury, or in the case of our son, who suffered from depression and anxiety and was under doctor's care. So we just want people to know that this can strike any family. And there are so many resources out there, and we need people to know to reach out for help. There's so many organizations out there to help them.
There's a big event coming up tonight at Scissortail Park. Can you guys talk about that?
Yes, ma'am. Some good friends of ours that we, again, are networked with other families that have lost loved ones due to addiction, and they are dedicated, one, to support each other in that grieving process and know that there is hope for a future, and to do something with that grief that's meaningful. But the second thing is to educate the public that it doesn't have to end this way, to connect people with resources. And we support these other agencies like Hope is Alive and Fate, and these nonprofit organizations. They're out there in the trenches with families still suffering. And we want people to come. There are speakers, and they are very well versed and educated in the laws and the policies that we need, and in the medical advances that we have in helping addicts and families that are struggling, and even just grief. How do families like us, you know, navigate life after losing someone so precious?
We appreciate you guys opening up about your son and talking about it. I know it's difficult, but I think you're helping other families in the process. Absolutely. Jeff and Rosemary Masters, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.